George Baumgarten, correspondent for Jewish newspapers in North America. As I'm sure you've heard, there is an Israeli humanitarian mission.
We have currently now over 13 million people affected by this crisis. The latest figures on the displaced are now at 1.9 million. And they are sheltering in over 1,100 evacuation centres across the affected area. There have been at least 287,000 houses severely damaged. And of that, we estimate that over 160,000 have been completely destroyed. As of today, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council of the Philippines reports that the death toll now is at 3,600. These figures are changing all the time, of course, as you can expect, and they expect that they will exceed 4,000 very shortly. They have not allowed themselves to be overwhelmed, and they're working through this in a very commendable and courageous way. We have to keep our foot on the accelerator because too many people have not received assistance, but they should know that the assistance is on the way, and that is evidenced by every day significantly more people receiving the support that they so desperately and urgently need.
So you have commended the military assistance on the logistical and the humanitarian affairs.
This is a nationally led response. The Philippine authorities have been really, in our view, outstanding. Their infrastructure, their people, have been caught up in this crisis across the affected areas, and yet they have been able to mobilize to compensate for that. Of course, it's been incredibly difficult. It's been incredibly challenging, and the consequences of those difficulties and those challenges is that we are not as fast as we need to be and we want to be, but it's not for the want of effort or commitment on the part of anybody who's involved in this response.
A mobile phone system is restored. Secondly, he got from the airport to town in a half hour, whereas sanitation, water, hygiene, issues related to child protection, preventing disease outbreaks, those are the immediate priorities. Overall, it's clear that much more needs to be done, but it's also clear that we're starting to open up the logjam. And I think we can say that we're beginning to turn the corner. There's still significant risks of disease outbreaks. We have to prevent against things like diarrheal diseases and cholera. Much more needs to be done, but I think we're starting to see the turning of the corner.
Not to let Philippine government officials and politicians touch the relief goods that will arrive in Samar.
In the relationship that we have with the Philippine authorities, it's very constructive, and it is resulting in an optimal performance in our partnership. On the ground, we are working together to do better, to do faster, to do more. And that, until we have reached everybody, everywhere, with all the assistance that they need, we will not rest. That's the message from our colleagues.